Welcome to the Koso Konnections podcast, where the ancient art of Japanese fermentation science meets modern natural health. Embark with us on a journey of transformation, exploring age-old wellness practices through inspiring discussions, expert advice, and personal stories. Discover how these traditions can revolutionize your health and well-being today.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Koso Konnections. I'm your host, Nika Hartlev, and as always, I'm joined by an amazing co-host, Jessica Harlan, and of course, the one and only Dr. Z.
How are you, everybody?
If you've been with us for a while, you know this podcast is all about real people, real stories, and real transformations, powered by the natural science and soul of Koso Med. And let me tell you, today's story is one you absolutely do not want to miss. We're sitting down with someone truly inspiring, a woman who's walked through challenges, carried heavy responsibilities, and yet found a way to rise again. We're joined by a very special guest, Chrissy, who has experienced a life-changing journey with Kosos. Hello, Chrissy.
Hi. Chrissy, welcome to the show. We're so grateful that you're here.
Thank you.
To share your story with us.
Definitely.
You've been through a lot the past few years, taking care of your mom, putting everybody else first, and sometimes when that happens, your own health takes a back seat. So when you started taking Koso Med products, obviously something changed, but can you tell us a little bit about what life was like before?
Before KSD, Koso Med, I had been taking care of my mother for 7 years. As you said, I had let my own health fall to the wayside. I was on the back burner for sure. My blood pressure was borderline high. My blood sugar was way out of line. My A1C was ridiculously high. My hair was falling out in clumps. I would wash my hair and pieces would just come out. I was diagnosed with a fatty liver. I was having back pain, hip pain more severe than the back pain. I was having issues with the bathroom, going regularly. My body was just a total mess, like from head to toe. I was having issues. From my blood pressure or blood sugar issues, I started having neuropathy in my feet, and I actually did some research on that, and I was able to get that under control before I even heard about Koso Med. I had heard of grounding outside and earthing, and I started doing that, and that like almost immediately helped with my neuropathy. But everything else outside of that was still out of control, and I was having trouble sleeping. I just can't say enough about how bad I felt, and it was just night and day difference when I started with Koso.
This is not the first time we met. We've met through health talks, but this is the first time we've had a chance to really get to know each other. And I truly understand your journey and the stress it puts on not only yourself, but your family, your friends, and to some degrees, even the pets that are around you at that moment. And I can only say that, we welcome you into our community, and we hope that this next stage of your life is going to be more pleasant. It's always hard for people to understand unless they're in that position or in that situation, how terrible it is when you don't have your health. It's easy. People always say, oh, well, money is nothing, and, health is the most important, but do they actually understand what that means? And so, this meeting today is for you to share with others what you went through, and you will be making a positive impact, because there are a lot of people out there that are going, yeah, really? Sure. Because there's a lot of misinformation, and you've been to most of the health talks, so probably you're going, I didn't know that. Now I know that. You do your own check, find out.
So, thank you, Chrissy, for being real and open with us. That takes courage. You were so caring so much, and still your health really took a backseat. I think a lot of listeners will resonate with that. But Chrissy, when things started to turn around, when Koso came into the picture, what shifted for you? Can you tell us about that moment?
Well, when I first started with Koso Med, I was on a ski trip with my family. It was myself, my husband, my sister, and my brother-in-law. And my sister had purchased KSD from Jessica's husband, Tanner. And she said, "Here, I have this great drink. You need to try it." And she put a scoop in the blender, made a smoothie, and handed it to me. And she said, "It basically just tastes like chocolate milk." So I tried it and I liked it. And so that whole week, we drank it, and I didn't really think too much about it. We carried on with our normal day there. And then when I got home and didn't have it, I noticed a difference. Like I was immediately, strangely enough, I was immediately sleeping better. So I went back to not sleeping as well. And my energy level was better while I was taking it that week. And when I got home, I noticed I was more tired. So I immediately just ordered. I think, I don't remember if I ordered a 3-pack first or a 6-pack first. But I ordered right off the bat enough to supply me for several months. And I wanted to specifically know what I was feeling from each product. So I purposely didn't start everything right away. I've done that in the past with other companies. I just jumped in and took everything. So I really didn't know what was helping with what. And so this time I wanted to add each thing in. And so that's what I did. And for the first 2 or 3 months, I only took KSD. And it helped right away with my A1C because I had a doctor's appointment while I was on it. And my A1C had gone up to 11.8. And my next appointment, it was down to, I believe, 7.5. And it's now down to 6.1. And that was 2 months ago. So I'm praying that I'm going to be in a normal A1C level at my next doctor's visit.
It's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult to lower those points. Very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow.
Like, I just am wondering, has your family noticed the difference? Obviously, they know the difference. You've got the numbers that show a difference, but have your family or friends or anybody noticed a difference in you? If so, like, what have they noticed?
My husband for sure, because I have much more energy. I'm actually doing things that I've been procrastinating on. I was a very huge procrastinator, and I would just let things sit and not do it. And I've been doing projects. I inherited a huge number of family photos, and they've just been sitting in a box. And I kept saying, I'm going to get these scanned so I can share them with our entire family. And so I finally started that project. For years, I've been saying I was going to write a book. I finally started writing my book. So it's just gave me the energy to be able to want to do the things that I've been putting off. Now that I have time to do it, I'm not constantly caregiving for people. It's just giving me a whole different feeling. My face was big, puffy. I don't know if you saw pictures of me before, but I had the round, carbaholic face. My face is slimmed down. I've had dark under eye circles since I was born. That came inherited from my grandmother. She had dark under eye circles, but even those have gotten better. The shine on my skin is back. Brown spots that I had on my face are disappearing. And speaking of the brown spots, that was actually the first sign that I thought something's majorly wrong inside of my body, because I know the skin is one of the last things to show illness and disease. And my skin was getting all kinds of brown spots. I can't think of what they're called, but they almost feel like sandpaper. And they were little brown spots all over my body. My legs, my arms, my face, my chest. And they're mostly all gone.
You were having pigmentation issues. That's and one of the key elements when you're taking the Koso drink is the puffiness in your face. You start to get more triangular. You start draining more, and that's your lips are a little bit clogged up. I would be really curious in a year from now what the new Chrissy is going to look like.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, and I see this in couples where when the couples are not sharing that lifestyle together, the wife starts jogging and the husband is still eating on the sofa. I'm not saying that's your situation, but I've seen that so many times where the wife kind of takes off, and then eventually the husband tags along, and it's like usually you're way ahead, and then they come right behind you. That may not be the case, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting to have the same podcast a year from now when Chrissy has been completely. The word is metamorphosis. You know, you get rid of that old skin and you have that new skin. We've had people that gain weight and they're happy, and we've had people that lost weight. But the most important thing is energy. You know, that kind of disconnect between your brain and your body, where your brain goes, "I'd like to do that," but your body says, "I don't want to do that." Yeah.
Yeah, I think part of it was just depression.
Well, yeah, there's a connection.
Still mourning, but I just had no energy to be able to do the things that I wanted to do and get myself off the couch. And you know, there was a lot to it in the last 30 years, especially the last 7. My career was in finance, and I worked in finance for 30 years.
Wow.
And so when I started caregiving for my mother, I tried to still work at first, but it was just too much stress. So I gave up my career, and suddenly it was like, what do I do now? Yeah, I can take care of my mom, but what else am I going to do? And so I just threw myself into social media and try to keep myself busy and all of that. But you know, I lost myself outside of my family.
Phenomenal, incredible.
I'll get emotional talking about that
Well,
part.
no, I mean, you know, the difference between our industry and other industries is that you get to know people really close. And especially when you're sharing about your health, a lot of stuff comes out that you wouldn't talk about when you're in the financial world or selling clothing or jewelry. It's not necessary. But here, a lot of it does, and it's good. It's good therapy. It's good to share this with the public, and because there are a lot of people out there, Chrissy, that are really in bad shape.
Yeah, and that's what I told Jessica. Sharing this Koso Med, it's not about money for me at all. It's not. I want people to feel the health benefits. And I know so many people, including some of my own family members, including my daughter, that they don't want to change their eating habits. They want to get healthy, but they don't want to stop doing the things that they're doing that's causing some of their trouble. And I just want to share this with people so that they can see how life-changing it is. Like my life, I started this the end of January, and here we are mid-October, and I feel completely different inside, and even the outside is starting to show. And
well, when I saw the pictures, I was taken back. At first, I thought, you know, same person, but then I realized because your features are the same.
Okay, well, Chrissy, I have a question. You were talking about how you just want to share this with people, and Dr. Z made a really good point that a lot of people have felt the same things you have. They've felt tired and stuck and drained of energy and things like that. So what would you tell those people to start with? What product would you recommend to them first?
I used to think it would be KSD, but I really think my first product would be Bio 88, just because of all the probiotics and everything in there, and it tastes good. I don't swallow pills. Unless if it's in a capsule, I cannot swallow it. So I actually chew mine up, and the Bio 88 is good. It's sweet. It tastes like eating a piece of candy, but better because it has health benefits. But I really do like the Bio 88. That's probably my favorite. But that's a toss-up because I love the KSD too, and I look forward to drinking it every single morning.
Yeah, I think that
Amazing.
That is my feeling as well. I really love Koso Super Drink, but there are other products that I tried Koso Super Drink first, but there's other products that I reach for more frequently, I guess. I would say it like that.
Just mention Tri-Power to her and see if her face glows up.
Tri-Power. I'm the same with Tri-Power as Jessica is. It changed my sleep so much when I added that in. I love Tri-Power.
Yay!
Yeah, it's
That's a good one.
Product.
It is.
else? I think, let's see, because we want people to know you and know your point of view. I think maybe this. I think when people start taking Koso Med products, sometimes they don't even realize the shift or the change that's happening in them. Sometimes it's just they realize they're waking up easier in the morning, but that's probably a couple weeks down the road where they realize that, or they're waking up without their alarm or sleeping through the night. Like, what are the first few things that you noticed, and how long did it take you to notice them?
The sleep was one, because I used to get up, I'm not even lying, I used to get up 4 or 5 times a night to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
And I was only, within the first week, I was only waking up twice to go to the bathroom. And now I usually wake up maybe once. So that is a huge difference. The other thing, I've never really been one to be a stickler to exercise. And I have actually been working out twice a day, every single day, and I do not miss. Even if I have to stay up a little bit late to get it done. And I mean, I'm not talking hard workouts. I have a Vibe plate that I stand on that vibrates, and I do that twice a day. I have this thing, it's called a vitality swing. A lot of people don't even know what it is, but you lay down, you put your feet in it, and it kind of sways back and forth in almost an figure 8, but it goes really fast, so you don't even realize what it's doing. And it helps align your spine. And I then a couple other things. I have a rebounder, a trampoline, little mini trampoline. So all of those things, and I have been doing that every morning and every night, religiously. Like I said, I will stay up late to do it before I go to bed, and I have never been that way. Never. Like, even when I was in shape, I wouldn't have done that. And so that's totally the willpower and the energy levels of the Koso Med. And when I'm talking energy, a lot of people, when they hear energy, they think you're talking about the jittery, shaky energy that a lot of the old school products give you. This is not like that. It's very, very gradual. It's not, you don't even realize it's there. It's just, you can get more done during the day, and you want to get more done during the day. And that's what I love about it.
Your liver is getting healthier, Chrissy. Yeah, it's the sign. When you really want to go out and exercise, it's the smart food. It's reducing your cortisol levels. It's reducing your fatigue levels, and it's giving you that energy. Like you said, it's not the jittery kind. I know the products you're talking about. You felt good for 30 minutes, and then that was it. So,
Yes.
Okay, Chrissy, I have a question for you. If you could describe your gut now in one word, what would it be? Can you please explain us?
My gut? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. My gut health is completely better. Like, before, in the bathroom, I was not normal. It was either one way or else it was the other way, if you know what I mean. And now it's normal. It's even almost like timed. Like, I can pretty much rely on a certain time of day. And so that part is completely better. My swelling in my abdomen is greatly reduced. I still have the little bit of the diabetic pot belly is what I call it. I don't know what you would call it, but I still have a little of that. And that's probably the visceral fat, I'm sure. But that part is still working on coming off. But I have lost 55 pounds since my highest weight. So I still have weight to lose, but I've lost 55 pounds from my heaviest weight. So that weight is coming off. My gut is improving. And every time I actually look forward to getting blood work done, because I want to see the numbers. And I have never looked forward to getting blood done.
Yes,
positive,
that's amazing.
very positive.
Yes. For this question, I'm going to ask you for more personal, but Chrissy, we know that a lot of listeners will resonate to this. If you could talk to your younger self, the Chrissy who was tired, stressed, and struggling, what would you say to her?
Oh my gosh.
Deep question. Take your time.
The sad thing is, I really have never known that person. I really have not known that person as an adult. I went through severe trauma when I was 18. I won't go into what that included, but it was very stressful on my life. It changed my life. But as far as when I was still in shape, and I was not unhealthy, I wished I had known then what I knew now. Because back then I would just eat whatever I wanted to eat, and I was still skinny. I could eat cake, ice cream. I was still skinny. I thought I was healthy. I could just do whatever I wanted to do, and it didn't really matter. I thought, but I didn't realize how the years of doing that to myself. And I actually love health food, so it's not like I don't like to eat that way. I love to eat that way, but convenience and work and busy lifestyle and being on the go nonstop, and you run into fast food restaurants and so on and so forth. That is the one thing that I would have tell myself is to take the time to eat a healthy diet and to cook my own food, and don't think that those box foods are healthy for me. And I think the other thing is all the thousands of dollars I have wasted on health products that did not work. And just knowing I finally found the right thing and something that really truly makes the difference in my life. And not just for me, my sister too. My sister is going through a lot of positive health changes as well on the products. And I just would tell myself all of those things.
That's amazing.
You know, I don't know if this will be in the short or not, but you know how many people you've just touched? You
I hope
almost,
that
yeah. And I understand what your tragedy, I can guess what your tragedy was. But there are people out there that went through similar incredibly criminal acts and never recover. You know, so
yeah.
I think you're going to be an inspiration because a lot of people don't get affected in their early stages. They get affected later on when they get older and they're more wiser. And that's when they get into that pit and can't come out. So I want to congratulate you for coming out of that pit. And if our company and our products have helped you, then God bless. That's what we're all about. It's hard. It's hard to put a number on that. A lot of people always say, "Oh, business." Yeah, I get it. I get it. But it's more than just the business part.
It is.
And so before we do the ending, I want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for sharing your life. And I would love to have you back on maybe in a little while when you're maybe even in a group talk where there's more ladies involved.
Okay.
But you know, we are still a young community. We're just starting.
Yes.
And so I think life is going to be really good for you, Chrissy. Stay up and then take good care of yourself. And
Thank
if
you.
there's anything that you need, you know how to get in touch with. If not me, there are a lot of other people. I'm just one part. You know, we all share one thing in common, that is love for society. That's the hard part. How do you love society and balance that?
Yes.
When all of society is not like us.
Right.
Yeah. So
and it's hard because everybody just thinks you want their money, and it's like, no, I don't. I want to help you get healthy.
No,
that's what this is about.
No, but I always tell people this, Chrissy, and I think you'll appreciate what I say. When you're bleeding and you've got a cut and you go to the emergency room, the first thing they ask for is your insurance card and your driver license before they admit you. And unfortunately, that is part of life. I mean, you know, it's very hard to balance that. It really is. It really is hard to do that. Because if I had my way, I just build one big compound and have us all live there nice and free. But life doesn't let us do that. We have to do what we have to do.
Chrissy, thank you so much for sharing your heart and your story with us today. You are living proof that even after years of struggle, it's never too late to reclaim your health and your peace of mind. And to our amazing listeners, we hope Chrissy's stories remind you healing is possible, transformation is possible, and with Koso, it's about progress, not perfection. It's about unlocking the natural resilience your body already has. So if Chrissy's story touched you, and maybe this is your sign to take that first step too. So this has been Koso Connections. I'm Nika Cortez. Alongside me, Jessica Harmon, Dr. Z, and of course, our incredible guest, Chrissy Quick. So until next time, stay healthy, stay inspired, and of course, stay connected. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.